Welcome parents and friends. We'd love to tell you about our second grade experience called the Magic Submarine Ocean Adventure. Last month we did a camouflage project to learn how animals adapt to their environments. To see this up close, we took a field trip to the Malibu Lagoon. But to our surprise, this was a field trip in the Malibu Lagoon. You might recognize some of these events if you've read The Magic School Bus on the ocean floor. It all started with a science lesson in the classroom.
Boy, that was a fantastic project, Miss Chisel. Isn't it fascinating how some animals hide in their environment by camouflaging themselves to their surroundings? You know, like some animals, like hermit crabs, use their shells as their homes.
Students, you did a great job. I had such a hard time finding your fish once. You camouflaged them so they're backwards. I cannot believe fish do that all over the ocean. Hey, let's explore the Malibu Lagoon to do more research.
Oceans are enormous. There's much more water than the earth than there's on land. We live on such watery planet. Doesn't learning about the oceans make you happy?
Actually, it makes me feel kind of crappy. Why are oceans so salty? When I swim in the ocean, I get a sudden urge for French fries. Well, that is because most of the salt that is from the ocean comes from the salt that we put on our food. It comes from the rocks that are worn down by water that move toward the ocean. Hey, let's explore the Malibu Lagoon to do more research.
Did she say Malibu Lagoon? That is so cool.
Do you think we'll get to swim and play? I hope we get to build sand castles. If she's serious, I'm heading home to pack my beach bag. This will be the best field trip ever. Surf's up! We must be getting closer. Look at all that sand.
In science, we learned that sand is actually formed by rocks breaking apart and being worn down by water.
So every grain of sand is a very tiny rock. That rock!
Wait, aren't we supposed to stop here? This is a parking lot and you're driving towards the sand.
Isn't that the lagoon right ahead of us, Miss Drizzle?
Yes, we can't see clearly from way over here. Let's take a closer look.
Wait, this is the lifeguard speaking. You are headed for the estuary. That is where salt water and fresh water mix together. You can't go in there.
Oh, you don't know Mrs. Drizzle. She takes us on all kinds of crazy study tours. You better hop on and come with us just in case we need you. Class, the best way to learn about the ocean is to see it up close. Not this close, I can see.
Watch out for the animals that are closest shore. Remember to respond if you are not careful.
Yeah, they camouflage themselves by lying flat on the sea floor and blending in with the sand. Why are we still moving? Isn't this close enough? No, we're going deep down to explore the ocean. Who knows where we'll end up? How in the world will we do that? This is only a bus. Oh no, she's going to transform a school bus again. Everybody hold on tight.
Slowly sail
never been in a submarine before. How do we breathe if we're underneath the water?
Yeah, I don't want to drown, and you usually use a snorkel.
Well, fish use gills to breathe by taking oxygen from the water. Luckily, our submarine has enough oxygen for us since we don't have gills like these fish. Did you know that jellyfish and starfish are not actually fish? They are invertebrates, which are animals without backbones. Look at all those little bubbles. Where are those coming from? Miss Drizzle, do you know? Those aren't bubbles. Those are microscopic plankton. They're found at the bottom of the ocean food chain.
I bet if we follow them, we'll see all sorts of larger ocean animals.
I'm not so sure that's a good idea. The ocean is filled with predatory animals that I wouldn't want to meet.
Oh, don't worry, this isn't our first watch study tour with Mrs. Drizzle. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
Look at the head. I see some dark shapes getting closer and closer. I'm wondering what they are. That is the biggest shark I've ever seen. That's not a shark, it's a whale.
Actually, you're both right. It's a whale shark. They are called the whale sharks because they are the biggest of all kinds of sharks.
He looks like he can eat our entire submarine, and he's getting closer. Miss Drizzle, should we be worried? Don't worry. Whale sharks are not interested in eating people. They enjoy feeding on the plankton. I had enough of following these little buzz around me. Let's follow the big one.
Oh wow, we are going much deeper. It is getting awfully cold and dark. Turn on the headlight, Mrs. Drizzle.
Where did that whale shark go? We must be in a place that's too deep for him. Maybe even too deep for us. This looks like the Twilight Zone. There's some crazy looking fish down here. Actually, this is called the Midnight Zone, and those are anglerfish. They glow up in the dark by creating their own special light.
Check out their long, pointy teeth. I really want that swimming in my fish bowl.
They wouldn't survive in a fish bowl. They are predatory carnivores who hunt to survive.
Ah, let's get out of here. I'm scared of the dark.
Up we go. Let's go somewhere more colorful. If we are looking for a colorful place, we must go visit a coral reef. I heard that underwater reefs are like a land of rainbows.
Well, actually, they are a land of coral
pull-ups, and stony skeletons that make homes for many different species of fish and sea animals.
The future is so colorful too. I think it's because they need to camouflage themselves.
I think so. And what is that big blob over there? Is that another jellyfish?
No, that's an octopus. Octo means 8, and that's how many arms they have. These colors are amazing. The tide is moving the plants and animals side to side. I could take a nap in this sun.
Yeah, looks like a beautiful garden. I wish it was my backyard.
I'd like to be under the sea, and an octopus's garden in the shade. He lives in those dirty men, and an octopus's garden in the shade. I have my friends who come and see, and an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be under the sea, and octopus's garden in the shade. We would be warm under the storm, in a little hideaway beneath the waves, resting our heads on dusty beds, in an octopus's garden in the shade. We would sing and dance till dawn, because we know we can't be found. I'd like to be under the sea, and octopus's garden in the shade. We could shout and swim about the coral that lies beneath the waves. One toy for every girl and boy, knowing we're happy and we're safe. We would be so happy, you and me. No one could tell us what to do. I'd like to be under the sea, in an octopus's garden with you. In an octopus's garden with you. In an octopus's garden with you. Did you know coral reefs are in danger? Something is harming these amazing habitats. Who would harm this beautiful place? It takes thousands of years for a reef to be created.
I heard that global warming is affecting the safety along with pollution.
You are correct, students. Everyone needs to take special care to reduce, reuse, and recycle to be sure trash ends up where it belongs. My dad is very careful about separating plastic, paper, and glass from the trash. And my family composts a lot of biodegradable items to reduce the amount of items that end up in landfills.
Way to go, second graders. It's nice to see that you are helping to preserve our planet for future generations. Your grandchildren will be so thankful you did.
Our grandkids, that's just we're only 8 years old.
It is so important to think about the future, students. Now, as we eat the coral reef, keep an eye out. My radar tells me there's a pod of humpback whales nearby.
I think I see one over there. It's trying to jump out of the ocean.
That's called beaching. That's where the thirsts himself out of the water and comes back down to huge spots. No one really knows why, but it sure looks fun.
Ew, it looks like it has a broom in his mouth. What are those things? According to our scientist lessons, those are baleen. They are called like plates that whales use to filter their food.
Sometimes baleen whales sound like they're singing through plates. Can you hear that?
That sounds incredible. incredible. They must be communicating with each other. I wonder what they're saying.
Or maybe they are using echolocation. That's when some animals like whales and bats use sound vibrations to navigate their environment.
This is fascinating. I wonder where we can find out more information about the characteristics of marine animals.
Maybe at the library or the aquarium.
Great idea. Let's go.
Oh no, here we go again.
Well, Miss Drizzle, you sure going fast. How do you get out of this ocean?
We're going to have to ride the surf back in.
Like a surfer. That is so cool. One summer I went surfing in Hawaii and the waves were huge. Cowabunga, dudes!
Riding waves is much trickier than it looks. Waves and currents have a special rhythm.
Yeah, you have to try to read the rhythm to time when you catch the waves. But how do waves work? What creates them?
Oceans have currents that are in constant motion. There are many factors in how waves move, but the moon's gravity and the depth of the ocean strongly affects the currents.
When I'm out of surfing with my cousin, we always stop to count the waves before paddling. It helps us time when to go. Should we be counting, Mrs. Drizzle?
No need. There's a marine biologist over there on the beach. He'll signal us when it's time to come back in and see.
A marine what?
A marine biologist, a scientist who specializes in ocean studies. She must work at the aquarium over there. Here we go. Hold on tight.
Phew, it feels so good to be on the dry ground again. What's your name?
I'm Marina, a scientist at the Aquarium of the Pacific. Are you from Sierra Canyon?
Yes, we are.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you until next week. I guess you are a bit early. I see you took the scenic route. We sure did. Mr. always takes the scenic route. Can we join a study tour now instead of waiting until next week? We are already here. Sure, let's get started.
Let's go learn even more about marine animals and their adaptation.
Wait, how am I going to get back to the Malibu Lagoon?